Kaiba uses the latest and greatest pre-Y2K technology to challenge AI Pharaoh to a card game where he gives the AI the God cards to prove he can win on Dark Souls difficulty. He can't. So he visits the very much alive Pegasus that happens to be living glamorously compared to his manga counterpart. Kaiba demands a card that can defeat the gods since Pegasus created the card game. Pegasus accepts the duel. Kaiba wins by proving machines are way cooler than American cartoons and takes not one, not three, but two cards that can defeat the gods. Pegasus warns Kaiba that he only created one of those cards. Meanwhile, Yugi is all over the news and is basically the anime version of Lionel Messi with how famous he is after going back-to-back title wins, and now everybody wants him. Not even the power of anime student councils could save Yugi from a mob waiting for him outside the school, so he runs away with Taya while Joey tries to fend them off with duels. They somehow end up at the same Egyptian exhibit from Season 2 and see an artifact that looks similar to the Millennium Puzzle and not at all ominous. While there, Yugi experiences a vision of the earliest furry, Anubis. I don't know if that's true or not. After the vision, the pyramid artifact and the displayed mummy go missing. Yugi runs off to see what has happened with security letting him go without further questions. He then gets picked up by Mokuba and is invited to Kaiba Land to continue what Kaiba thinks is a 7-game series. Kaiba plays a card that quickly makes the Pharaoh summon all 3 god cards and activates the title card to remove the card from play. A creepy eye is outside of the pyramid and sucks up Joey and Tristan souls while Yugi is sucked back into the puzzle. The Pharaoh and Kaiba exchange blows where they feel actual pain, which we the audience now know is a shadow game, but Kaiba is quick to dismiss it because chest pains and shortness of breath are common in 18-year-olds. Kaiba and the Pharaoh are able to destiny draw their movie-exclusive cards, but the Pharaoh is the one inches away from dying. Meanwhile, Yugi finds a secret room in the Pharaoh's not at all eerie soul that has a bunch of mummies and a sarcophagus with an Anubis head. He gets chased out and is reunited with Joey and Tristan. They see the evil eye, which makes them think that they need to check the scary room again for any clues, like an episode of Scooby-Doo. Taya, Grandpa, and Mokuba are looking at the destruction in the arena and, somehow, first responders have not arrived, even with the giant beam of light, destruction to a key part of the city, and loud explosions going off because shonen. Pegasus proves that he's just as fast as Jimmy John's and provides a helicopter to all 3 of them to get out of Dodge. Taya uses the power of friendship to alert Kaiba and the Pharaoh of the Shadow Game and meets up with the rest of the gang in the scary room. She also proves she mains Chun-Li by doing an awesome split kick. Kaiba tries to ignore the voice in his head while saying he doesn't believe in the occult despite everything he witnessed in Battle City 2 weeks ago, but the voice manifests into Anubis who has replaced his fursona and ends up being a gym bro that went too hard on vitamin T with how uncomfortably veiny he is and summons more movie-exclusive cards. Yugi finds a dagger in the sarcophagus and meekly throws it at the wall decoration, but rolls a nat 20, causing it to break. The Pharaoh is able to destiny draw a card that allows him to use Kaiba's Monster Reborn and brings back Mecha Blue Eyes to destroy the Pyramid of Light. Anubis summons his fursona, but the Pharaoh is able to pull an Uno reverse card and summons all 3 gods to close out the duel while destroying the pyramid. Phase 3 of the boss fight activates as Anubis turns into a hound and begins blowing up the entire building. Yugi and the Pharaoh summon Mecha Blue Eyes, which causes Anubis to melt and the red ball to break. The gang quickly brush off the encounter as this is only the 4th most traumatizing thing they've seen that month. The movie then ends abruptly with no after credits scene as the MCU hadn't invented that yet. Somehow, the Pharaoh has ties to Atlantis and needs to beat another dude with green hair, but it's Teal so it's a little different. I would be doing a disservice without including the obvious meme here, therefore, I'm going to skip it and show you a personal favorite scene of mine.
What the f*** even is this season?
Also,
Monster card! Doro! 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 Monster card! 離せ!
he defeats another dude with green hair and Leviathan from Final Fantasy. Yugi and the Pharaoh are now 4-0 against green hair antagonists, completing the series sweep.
Later.
The Pharaoh and Yugi win another tournament, establishing themselves as Anime Jesse Cotton, with them going a perfect 3-0 in tournaments. Should be 4-0 after the Pyramid of Light, but since no one was there to film it, it doesn't count. With the filler out of the way, it is finally time to visit Egypt and regain the Pharaoh's memories.